Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So this episode of Stories with Jason is brought to you by Yocket, the study abroad platform, and we'll be talking more about them further in the video. So today as our guest we have got Nilotpal, and he is currently a student, and I'll directly put spotlight on Nilotpal itself. I would request him to introduce himself. Please Nilotpal, go ahead.
Alright, so my name is Nilotpal Mahanta. I'm from Assam. I came to the UK in September 2020 and I'm doing my master's here in artificial intelligence, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, thank you, Nilotpal, for a bit of this introduction. So the very first question, I always ask everyone that what kind of motivated you to come and study in the abroad? So what was your planning structure? Did you apply for some other countries as well? So why did you chose the step to come in the UK and study?
Okay, that's a lot of questions. So I'll start with the first one. What was the motivation? So I completed my bachelor's degree in 2019 in mechanical engineering, and then I had a few job offers which weren't, to be honest, the greatest ones. The locations were not good, the job positions were not good, the whole company as a whole was not very appealing to me. So I thought I'll take some time off. I might go for a master's degree. I was confused between an MBA or going for a master's degree in some science, and by the end of my college I got interested in artificial intelligence because of Tesla. They had the automated vehicles and everything, so that kind of motivated me towards it. So I started doing some research. I started doing a few courses, then I got really into it. I did some advanced level courses as well. Then I started looking for universities where I could get a proper master's degree for this. So I searched in India at first, but the only colleges that were providing this course were the IITs, and we know in India, being from a general caste, it's very hard to get into one of those. So I started looking outside. So obviously the two locations were the UK and Canada. So the reason I went for the UK and not for Canada, which a lot of students do, they generally prefer to go to Canada because of the immigration rules and everything. But my reason was, this is a sector that has been in Canada for a long while now, and they are pretty much into that peak of the bell curve, so to speak. And that's why once you complete your degree as well, it's kind of a tough deal to get into a good company in the industry. But in Europe as a whole, we are still a bit in the growing phase of this technology. So that's what motivated me towards coming into the UK, because you have to think further, right? You can't just think about going to the college. You have to think about how you're gonna get into an industry after that. So that was the main reason I chose the UK.
Okay, but were there any courses, artificial intelligence courses available in the Canada as well?
Yeah, they were. I applied to just the one university, which was the main reason behind me applying in that university was the Google campus was right next to it. It was the University of Waterloo, but that is one of the better universities, and me being from a mechanical background and not from a computer science background, for me it was already a tough deal to get in, and I didn't have any job experience as well, so I got rejected from there. And other than that, I just applied to other few universities in the UK.
And the other thing is, what I've heard is that in the Canada the master's degree is for 2 years. So for example, if you were doing the same degree in Canada, would it have taken you 2 years?
Alright, so it's a bit complicated. So in Canada they have these two types of master's degrees. One is called the taught and the other one is called the research based. So in the UK on the other hand, we just have the taught degrees where they teach us and we don't have to specifically submit a research of our own. It's more of a teacher and a student kind of a relationship. So it was there, and I figured that the course materials were almost the same. In Canada it's a bit widespread, so we have the 2-year thing, and in the UK I'm still doing a 2-year course, but I've just completed my first year a couple of weeks ago. And the first year is basically the year where they teach you everything, and the second year it's towards your work experience, your internships, your research if you want to do anything. So that's how they split it in the UK.
Yeah, makes sense. So basically in the Canada it's 2 years of full theory, whereas in UK you've got 1 year of theory and 1 year of a practical experience, right? Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So how have you been finding UK? So are you kind of working somewhere, doing a part-time job? How are you?
So when I came here, I came in September. I started working with this food production company that's pretty close to my place. It's about a 10-minute or 15-minute cycle ride. So I started working there. It was decent, but the hours were not that fixed. It was fluctuating up and down. Then the second wave hit. That's when the hours went down drastically because they wanted to keep the numbers as low as possible. Then once the second lockdown started opening, still it was not that good. Then I started applying at some other companies. Then I got accepted at Amazon for a part-time job. So I've been working there for like past 1.5 months now, and can't complain. It's amazing.
Great, like well, this is an interesting bit for the Amazon one. Let's try to explore that. What was your full net procedure? Like, how did you did your application? Was it online? Let us try to explore that. How did you got that part-time job in Amazon itself?
Yeah, so it was a bit of a lengthy process. So first thing is you obviously have to keep looking at the website, because generally what happens is that you get a lot of full-time opportunities, but on our visas we can't work full-time, right? So we have to wait for those part-time opportunities to come up. So once they come up, it's up to you, just apply for it and be as quick as possible, because Amazon right now for students and part-time, it's one of the highest demanded jobs and everything. So if the opening comes up, it gets filled out like anything. So you have to be very quick about that. Once you have filled your application, they want you to do a couple of more steps, a couple of verifications about your insurance number, your visa, your PRP card, photo ID, and the basics, they want those verified. Then when everything's done, then you have this proper thing done on the website, because you have an account now. So over there it shows the status of your application, and after some time they say that like some document is remaining or something like that, if there's any updates needed. So you have to do that as well. You have to submit the work permit letter that you get from the university. After that, if everything goes well, they'll schedule you for an interview. So I should go about the interview as well, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Like let them know like what are the tricks, like which made you to get that job, right? Were there like some kind of trick questions asked in front of you, the tricky ones?
Right. So the interview, it's pretty simple. It's actually on their own app. They call it the Amazon Shime app. So over there they'll give you a link and everything. So you just have to click the link on your scheduled time. The time also you can schedule. They give you a few options. You just have to choose the one that suits you best. Again, go for the first one, because candidates fill up like anything in Amazon. So go for the first one, get the interview done. So the interview is pretty simple. They just first ask you for your documents, because the documents that you've submitted till now, that was all on their website, right? So it was all online. So now you have to show the physical proof that you have the document with you. So they check those. They ask you to like take it up close to the camera so that they can verify the details and everything. Once that's done, then they ask you about your name, your address, what you're doing right now. Then they ask you, have you worked in this kind of an environment before? Something. It's not, see, the job roles they have are very varied. So it's not, I'm like, once I started working there, it became a bit obvious to me is that they just ask it just for the sake of it, because it doesn't really matter. They just want to know if you've worked before or not. You can say that you have a lot of friends working over there. They always give you positive reviews. It's a big company, so you would obviously want to be with them. That comes with its perks.
Got it.
So these are the things. It's a pretty basic interview, so you don't have to worry about it at all.
Well, that is great. So the first one is fill in your application. Second, do your identification documents, put it on the website. Then thirdly, is it like interview, right?
Yeah, the interview.
And is it like, I think, do they like shortlist the people, right? It's like not everyone gets an interview call, I think.
It's more on the first come first serve basis, because because it's not something technical or like high skilled, right? So it's just first come first serve.
Got it. Yeah, so well, it is something to take a note of, right? So when you're here, you say, oh, Amazon vacancy, just apply for it. Just don't delay it for 1 or 2 days, like polishing your application, but just like do it, just upload it. Well, makes sense to me, yeah. Well, so by the way, I know like the living wage is about 8 to 9 pounds in the UK. So I'm not asking the exact one. Is it like kind of close to that, or is it above 8 pounds or below wage. 8 pounds per hour? Yeah. So like for this Amazon,
so in the company that I was working at first, the food company, they were paying the minimum wage. That's I think 8.72 or 8.74 or something.
Yeah.
In Amazon, if you're working the day shifts, you get around 9.7 per hour. Okay. And I'm working the night shift, so it's a bit higher for us. We get 11.4 per hour. So
got it.
It's a benefit over there.
Well, I mean, it's great. Like he told us like the right amount. So well, thank you, Nilotpal. I think that's very helpful.
I mean, everyone wants to know that, right?
Yeah, like people have got some kind of a pressure in their brain, because they've got a large amount of fees. I think we all understand that they've got like big amount of fees, so they have to do like some kind of work. So it's always good to let them know how much they can expect, rather than coming in a blur picture. Oh well, they come here. Oh well, it's just £5, it's just £6. It's so hard.
The conversion goes into your mind every freaking time.
Yeah, exactly. So, like before we move on, like the next part we'll be talking about the scholarships, a bit about the university. So here I would really like to thank the sponsor for our today's episode, which is Yocket, study abroad platform. So well, this is a homepage for Yocket. Essentially, you can filter down the course which you want to study, and also you can filter different countries. You can select US or UK. In our case, let's say it's United Kingdom. Essentially, these are all the universities offering the course. Additionally, you can find scholarships which are available in different universities for postgraduate students, undergraduate students, or whether you're a PhD student. Yocket team also helps you with university application, educational loans. Moreover, you can take the Yocket premium service, including basic application plan or advanced counseling plan. You can also take advantage of 15-minute free consultation, and also Yocket provides guides with respect to different countries, courses, and exams. So overall, Yocket platform is very helpful for the international students planning to study abroad. Moreover, you can take the advantage of the special code JASHNDEEP30 and you can get 30% discount on Yocket's premium services. So do take the benefit, and I mean like this platform is very kind of powerful, as they've got all these services all in one solution on this platform itself. So do check out Yocket. There will be all the necessary links in the description below. So well, welcome to the second section of this video. So well, now let us try to explore about your university and the course as well. So first of all, so it's artificial intelligence. So what is like the fees of this course?
Fees would depend on your course length. So if it's a 2-year course, it goes down by a bit. It's about 16 or 17,000 pounds. And if you take the 1-year course, I mean, see, if you take the breakup, if 16 or 17, if you break it down, it's per year, it's about 8,000. But if you do the 1-year course, that alone is around the 12,000 or something.
Oh really? Oh,
I don't know. I don't exactly remember the numbers, but I remember for sure that it was a bit higher. I don't know like what's the reason behind that.
No, because like if I think about like 2 years and it's like 17,000, right? It seems like, for me, it seems like very less to me.
Yeah, it is.
Because oh wow, well, it's great. I think it kind of depends upon the university. So it's like Teeside University, right?
Yep.
Okay.
They've got a lot of subsidies going on in our course and everything. So
well, that is something which I wanted to ask you just now. So have you received any kind of scholarships? Have you applied for it?
I received around a £2,000 scholarship. And there was a bigger one as well, but that is a bit tough to get because they just give it to around 150 students per year.
Got it.
So I applied for that, but obviously it didn't go through.
But was the scholarship just listed on their university website?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. So well, anyone like who are looking for some scholarship, just go to your university website, and why not get like £2,000 off, as you said, right? Well, there are more. Yeah, interesting. So well, now let us try to why not you give us a bit of review about Teeside University, how the things are going there. Like would you recommend someone to come to Teeside University?
Yeah, it depends, it depends on the courses as well, right? There are a few courses which are pretty good over here. For example, the computing, the gaming courses, these are one of the finest at least in the university, and they have a good department for the medical courses as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and
okay.
Business as a whole, if you're into business and management and stuff, like we have a huge department for that as well. So these are the three lines that I would just.
Great. So basically, what is the location where you're currently staying and where this university is located?
I'm in Middlesbrough right now. It's in the northeast of England. It's pretty close to Newcastle.
Right. Got it. So like, what's the cost of living over there? So what's your monthly rent, food cost? Like, how much does it take for like every single month? How much are you paying cost of living?
Yeah, I would say somewhere around 400, 450 maybe.
Oh well, okay, yeah. Okay. So how much is like the rent cost? Like if they are looking for someone looking for the house?
Mine is around 280 per month.
All right, okay, interesting. Like, how were you able to find such a house? Like, it's a good price.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like shocked. Like, I'm getting a bit of shocked.
Yeah, I have my own room and everything. I'm not sharing or anything.
Yeah,
so
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good for me.
Yeah, it's like a very nice price.
I don't know. I don't exactly remember, but there was this website I used. I completely forgot the name now because I think I've mentioned it sometime in some of my video. I completely forgot about the name right now. But
all right.
I guess again I'll just find it
I
out
think-
and send you, and you can just use it in the link.
Yeah, basically I think generally like when I look for like the houses, like when I have to stay, I use like Spare Room is a website which I use.
Exactly. That's the
That's
one.
it. I got you. Good.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
because like because where I'm currently staying, I was able to find this accommodation through Spare Room, and even I'm staying in Newcastle, a lot much close. Where
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nilotpal is staying, yeah, pretty much close. Yeah. But I wanted to ask you like, what does the prospect of artificial intelligence really looks like in the future, and what are the range for the job salaries? over
Okay,
here?
so we all know that artificial intelligence is a growing field right now. So you have a lot of branches that are possible. For example, you have healthcare, you have finances, you have automation and everything. So I'll go through each of them once. Healthcare, as in I have this professor who's working with the NHS, and he has done a lot of good work for that. And the field is always growing, and they have automated a few tricky kind of medical things, and now like the things that are very pricey and kind of rare to
Yeah.
find out, they can also be automated. We have finances, which
Yeah.
is pretty obvious now because you see how the market works, for example, how the previous trends have been, and you can do this double thing where you put some artificial intelligence to monitor another artificial intelligence, so that creates a good backup loop for it. And automation as such, I'm working with Amazon right now, so over there also we use a lot of these robots which are automated, and they drive on their own, and they're very efficient, they don't crash into each other or anything. So yeah, these
Got it.
so there are a lot of things, not just in the UK, in the whole of the Europe, so to speak. These things are there. It's a growing field. So yeah, the future perspective looks very good. The salaries, the bare basics that you can expect is around a £30,000 salary, and generally it's more than that. It's somewhere between 45 to 60. But the basic that you should expect,
Alright.
it should be at least £30,000 a year.
Yeah. So got it. So I think for artificial intelligence seems like it's like quite a high in demand profession in the UK, and I feel like it's across the world. As you said, like you can find jobs in various different sectors like finance, automotive, like different sectors. So which is really good. So well, Nilotpal, like since you just came in September 2020 intake, I just want to ask you what did the the travel really looked like, because it was like COVID situation going on, and I feel like the rules will be slightly different. But what was kind of the gist of like how did you travel? What was like where did you quarantine? What was the cost of it? All that stuff, just to guide the
Yeah,
students.
so when I came in, we had to provide the proof of address of where we'll be quarantining. So back then we had the option that we can quarantine in our house as well. So to have the proof of address, you have to sign the contract with your landlord, because that works as a legal document, and you have to submit that to UKVI, and it'll also be checked during your immigration. So you have to be mindful about that as well. And you needed to have a COVID test result. It wasn't mandatory, but they generally ask for it at times. So back then, now it's obviously mandatory. And once you come here, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. I mean, back in my time, now it's very different. You have these different sectors of specific countries, red, yellow and green. So every country has its own rules now. So it's a bit more convoluted. So you have to go through the UKVI website to find the more specific details now.
So basically, like during the local time, he did his quarantine in a house itself. So whereas like if your country is in red list, so it's very kind of compulsory thing to do your quarantine in a hotel. So I think you have to book your hotel and you have to like pay some extra amount for that. And I think I made a video on that. So there are some universities which are helping you out. So it's about £1,750 for your quarantine stay for 10 days in the hotel. So you can take some benefit from the universities. Make sure to give them an email that I'm coming in the UK on this date. Could you like fund me for that quarantine cost? And I hope that the universities will be kind of flexible in terms of that. So I think it's a time to kind of wind up this video. So any last piece of advice for the prospective students coming to the UK?
To be honest, just make sure that you, like, when you come to some other country, like not just UK, just make sure that you know your course, the inside out of it. Like how the market is, how the sector is going to treat you, after you complete your course, or let's say like 10 years down the line, how it's going to be. So you have to do some serious research about it. Choose the course that actually inspires you, that you're like comfortable with, not something that you just think would be a good money making opportunity, because those things generally don't turn out very well in the future. So you have to be very careful about it, and just make sure that you're coming here to study, not for a vacation.
Well, great. Yeah, I think this is a very important point which you put across, that the studies are very important. So especially if you're looking for a job like the sponsored job in the UK, it's your grades, the skills which you've acquired from your universities, which makes a difference. Rather than like part-time jobs are important, like to balance your fees, but the first number one priority should be your studies, and second could be money or like whatever you want to balance out with it. But make sure that you guys study when you're in the UK rather than always chilling around. Sometimes it's okay, but not all the time for sure. Okay, so well, by the way, Nilotpal himself has got his own YouTube channel. He makes really good high quality content, so I really love watching his video. And so the link will be in the description. So he makes videos around to the student life, so do check out his videos. And secondly, if you've got any question regarding artificial intelligence, Teeside University, Newcastle, what was the name of the place where you're staying? Wellsborough. So like make sure, like if you've got any questions related to this, make sure to like put them across on his Instagram handle. That both the links will be in the description. Do check them out. And well, I think I'll say Nilotpal like a thank you. So I'm grateful that you're here on the channel and like sharing really words of wisdom. You know, you're taking your time and sharing with the prospective students, and I hope it's helpful for them too. So thanks for that, and best of luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on your channel, because I just found out obviously about your channel and everything. I went through everything. And yeah, it was a great conversation. It was very positive. It was very productive. So yeah, thank you for having me for this specific topic.
Great. Thank you so much, Nilotpal, and thanks for the audience as well for taking your time and watching this video. So we'll see you in the next video, and make sure, like, if you find this video valuable, make sure to give it a like, subscribe the channel, and do comment your feedback around it as well. So cheers and have a nice day for the people who are watching this. Thank you.